Throughout the past few eras of hip-hop, there's always been one constant: Boosie. And throughout Boosie's life and career, there's always been trouble. Whether made a target or self-inflicted, he's no stranger to danger, and he's experienced it from both sides of the gun. The south side of Baton Rouge is still highly present in his veins, and it shows in his character. But how do you explain the heartbeat of a man who survived life's worst circumstances, including death on several occasions?
Oh Lord, I ain't gonna do no more wrong.
Torrance Hatchier, who many of us know as Lil Boosie.
Boosie has had multiple cancer scares in his past.
The rapper and convicted felon is getting ready to bond out of jail.
Now, we did get the mugshot of Torrance Hatch Jr.
Rapper Boosie was shot. The Louisiana rapper was in fact shot in the leg.
Obviously, Boosie's a diabetic as well.
Should be walking out of here after posting bond at any time here.
Boosie, what you want to say to your fans, man? Anything?
I just want to thank God, man. Got me through cancer, helped me fight this diabetes. Shot at over 7, 8 times, still ain't let me die, man. All these street wars, take everything from me, give it all back 7 times more. Just want to thank God, man. They love me.
I'm back.
From past to present, it's been a roller coaster of success and trouble for the BR native. And even after enduring prison time and losing everything, he still found his way back to the top of the food chain. He went from Boosie Badazz to Boosie the businessman, and his ventures have all proven profitable. The music, movies, chips, cologne, Boosie Bash, and others all played their parts in making Boosie the self-made entrepreneur he's become.
We ain't talking about Boosie.
Yeah.
In your association relationship with Boosie, you got
Yeah, we got a whole project together, like me.
How you and Boosie meet?
I've been knowing Boosie since I like grew up. Like my daddy married to his auntie.
The relationship between you and Boosie.
My relationship, man, shit, Boo, that's my dog. That's my dog. It all came about. Kids in the South, youngsters in the South.
And who was Boo then? Like when you was younger, watching him in his prime, and, you know.
That bitch used to play basketball.
Right.
He was a high school basketball star. You feel me? He had a lot of potential. You feel me? I feel like he would have went to the league. You feel me?
Man, they got this cold. Man, that boy raw. Play basketball. That boy raw.
Oh, yeah,
the youngster. Woo woo woo. So I heard about some of my partners was playing basketball with him and said, "Sure, Boosie, woo woo, we go and play." Like we always took P together, and he like the ruler. I'ma say the word ruler, cause the bigger people listen to him. They listen to him. Everybody around him listen to him. It ain't about what nobody else think, but what Boo think. So he had this clique like that. Period. That's he been like that. When I met him, he had a clique, a basketball squad. So that's he was the star.
Did Boosie graduate high school?
I don't think he graduated. I don't think Boo graduated. But he didn't graduate because around that time he was fighting that charge. He had went back and got his GED.
Okay. And I asked that because I was going to ask what happened to his basketball career, because I was watching.
Jumped in the streets, start rapping and trapping and getting in the streets. I feel like Boo daddy probably wouldn't have died or something. And his daddy probably wouldn't have died. You know what I'm saying? That probably would have. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's who he looked up to. Like there was somebody, there was a close person to him, you feel me? Like I can only imagine like if something like that happened to my dad at that time, I probably would have been like, that moms can't do nothing with a, you feel me? When you lose your pops, the streets become your father. If you from the streets, you feel me? The streets become your
father. How Boosie was when he lost his dad? Like,
I don't even remember.
He was in high school though?
I don't know if he was in high school or middle school, but he was young.
By the time I had turned 17, 18, city was mine. You don't let people in your money. You got so many people against you. You got so many people against you. And you got so many people not trying to help you.
His mama was a teacher and shit. So his mama from the street, she from the hood. Your family grew up in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Grandma's house right there across the track. And your cousins, them out they mind out here. You know what I'm saying? Your cousin, one of your cousins, he 15, 16 on that river. You feel me? So you right there. You come up in this shit. You feel me?
You see on that river?
Yeah, Angola for a murder, Trill. Donkey. He ended up getting out and shit. and he getting it like the guard, and he, you know, he on a good path. But shit, Donkey was that boy. He was one of the ones in the streets like.
99, we got a partner named Frog. He told Loc about this kid, like, man, you gotta come hit this kid across the track. You know, he dope, so he took Loc over there to hear Boosie.
So pray for me, how I'm gonna learn when this ghetto life was gave to me. Why I do right when hollow tips on the chase for me? How many times?
That's when Boosie came into the picture. And shit, the rest was history.
How old was Boosie about that time?
Man, he had to be like maybe 13 or 14.
BR had nationwide streets watching in the late 1990s when Young Bleed dropped the classic hit single, How You Do That, from his gold-selling album, My Balls and My Word.
Nigga, what? Give a fuck in the world full of that weed.
When he was first guy with CeeLo, shit, man, it was out of here. You know what I'm saying? I watched him. Like, we used to go to the clubs and stuff, like a clique of Southside people. We used to go to events, like, before the music and go, like, party, like, go out as youngsters. So, it went from that to Boosie getting paid to be here tonight.
So you know how his voice sound? He sounded like a little bitty kid, you know what I'm saying? But the shit he was talking about was real, like, grown man shit. It was just, you know, like a little kid talking about my mama sick with thyroid drama and my dad on dope. You know, it was just real hood shit, you know what I'm saying? But the voice was just so little. It's like
that talent.
You fuck with me, I'm going get that chopper. I might go get Big Papa, and he gon' hard stop ya.
What'd you think about him when you first saw him?
Shit, I thought he was raw. Like it's like he was like one of them dudes that you know when you heard it, like, nah, this shit here special.
But now he's on stage once he done got with Loc, so we watching him get like from $500 grind on up. So to me, shit, he was gone once he got down with Loc and then went on his first CD brand.
Right when the shit started really jumping, that's when Loc got locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like once Loc knew he was gonna have to back up the time, he was gonna have to back up. You know, Loc was just in a position where he was like, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all back, y'all, whatever y'all, you know, however y'all can move, shit, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he hooked up with Trill.
What's up? This Web and Trill Entertainment, young set. Boosie Badazz, Fox and Mill, Mr. White, y'all.
Is it safe to say Boosie was
that's who they started with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Boosie helped build that record label.
Boosie Badazz, who in the year 2000 went by the name Lil Boosie, picked up the torch when he dropped his debut album titled Youngest of the Camp. Years later, he signed with Trill Entertainment, where he teamed up with Webby, and together they stamped Baton Rouge hip-hop scene onto the national and international map.
Boosie Boo, a problem solver. Me and my lagoon and my 38 revolver. Lights, camera, action, pose. I know I'm looking good for these hoes. I'm like, people compare me to Pac, so off top I'm like.
Matter of fact, I'm the one who let Mel hear Boosie, because I used to let him hear the shit that we was doing, you know what I'm saying, when we was doing it.
At the time, that's when me and Boosie was good friends, so that's why I was around a lot. I played a part in making platinum hits at Trill, though, because one time, Boo ain't want to go to the studio, and Turk had me call on the phone. He wasn't answering. That boy called my phone. He was like, hey, I give you $100, you bring him to the studio. Shit, I whipped down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even tell him where we was going. He got pissed off with me, but I would've made my $100. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up going in the studio, and Mouse, that was the first day Mouse had ever came to Trill.
But who was Turk and Mel at that time? How would you explain their characters?
I mean, Turk and Mel was, you know, they OGs. They like Loc in them age. So them was, you know, like Turk from Zion City, you know, and Turk had like a reputation, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like they was street niggas, and they was, you know, they was hustlers, you know what I'm saying?
Then the real street niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like the real deal Holyfield. Okay. And they really changed their life and turned around with Trill Entertainment, like something they believed in, they baby.
So, bro, what would you say was the conclusion or the ending of Trill?
I don't know if people remember when Boo was kind of making songs about him. He was mad about his situation. There was some shit like that going on. And then they were still helping him with his case, I think, or whatever. And it was, you know, they still had a relationship, but at some point I feel like they just felt like it wasn't worth their peace of mind. Them niggas was already up, like rich, you know, Turk owned apartment complexes and shit. They had done ran the game for a good decade. You know, they had did what they had came to do. But I do know that's why Mel started to put a lot in the Fat. You know what I'm saying? Fat was gonna carry Trill. And then, you know, Turk got Marcus, Lil Trill. So he was gonna carry it too.
In all of hip hop, there's only a handful of names you could mention that a 5 and a 65-year-old in the same room would know, and Boosie is one of them. So he's very powerful as an individual. A following of 1 million+ people makes him more than just a rapper, and ultimately makes his situation sensitive to his own words and actions. Most of Boosie's life was lived in the public's eye, as the world witnessed his survival against type 1 diabetes, kidney cancer, being shot, the death penalty, as well as several of Baton Rouge's most cutthroat and violent street eras, none of which killed him, but made him even bigger in the public's eye.
Everybody can't be the boss. You know, I'm the boss because I played every role to be the boss. I played every role you could think of, bro. I started off when I was 10 years old. My first job was a lookout. I was a lookout for the drug dealers on the corner. They used to pay me $25 a day to ride up and down the street on my bicycle and holler when the police come. So I done played every part of the game, man. I done played 10th in charge, 7th in charge, 5th in charge, 3rd in charge, 2nd in charge, and I'm the boss man. So I done played every part. You can't skip up the road if you won't be a real boss. You know? That's what people need to understand. Everybody can't be chiefs. You gotta have some Indians, man.
I'm not coming up here to have fun. Let's get that straight. I basically came up here to lock down my deal with Atlanta, get all the paperwork signed.
Almost every independent artist and label who has reached great heights without the majors have been cornered into an agreement at some point in their career. So there's very few who remain self-made and is still able to express an honest opinion. Since his last prison release, Boosie continued his music career as well as started several business ventures that made him millions of dollars, giving him the luxury of such independence. And where it took him years to build his empire, it only takes a few minutes to destroy it all.
Artist Boosie bonded out of jail. The rapper was released on a $3,500 bond. Boosie has had several legal troubles in the past. In 2011, he was sentenced to 8 years in prison following a guilty plea to drug charges. He admitted to conspiring to smuggle weed, marijuana, and ecstasy into 2 Louisiana state prisons. He also faced a first-degree murder charge in a case from 2009. A jury found him not guilty.
Boosie's whole situation was like prime time news, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was talking about that. You know
it was
what I'm
reality TV.
Exactly.
It's worse for him, I'm sure, but it's
right.
He went to jail on his jokes, and then they charged him with all the other stuff, murders, and then they charged him with all the murders and stuff.
All new tonight from Baton Rouge, a prosecutor says rapper Lil Boosie hired a hitman to kill another man after hearing his life was in danger.
When he started going through his legal troubles, bro, what were you?
I was out there, you know, doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? But
and how did you see it? What was going through your head when you?
I definitely knew the people in BR, they had a one off for Boosie. You always hear about the police went off with him, and you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we young niggas, we live in the neighborhoods with these judges and lawyers and people who done worked and went to college all their life to get here, but we get here off music, you know what I'm saying? So you 21, 22 years old living in a house right down the street from them, they don't like that shit, bro. To see him make it out and make it to the other side, you know what I'm saying? Shit, that was a good thing.
Being independent on an industry platform makes you an outlaw, and without the proper channels of operation, it's almost impossible to make big things happen. But Boosie pulled it off.
Hey bro, what y'all wanna be when y'all grow up? I can see it right now. I'm the next Whistler.
A self-made biopic that serves as a full representation of Boosie's life from childhood to his last prison release. And although the movie received mixed reviews, it pulled in right at $1 million in its first 24 hours, which was a great success for the BR native.
They do not buy my move out. Somebody done hacked my motherfucking movie and put it on their website. Y'all need to take my fucking shit off y'all website.
Despite the piracy and negative reviews, Boosie is proud of his achievements and is already in the works for part 2.
By the time I had turned 17, 18, city was mine. You don't let people in your money, you got so many people against you. You got so many people against you. And you got so many people not trying to help you. There ain't no industry people gonna stand behind me because they feel like they need them too. They ain't bossed up in their mind when they don't need nobody. And they got more followers than me.
Dog ass, dog who? Girl, you cutting everything. Still some way she get that wedding ring on game.
Any experiences with Boosie?
I done met Boosie a couple times actually. I ain't never like really just sat down and chopped it up with Boosie before, but I done actually shot a video. I know for shit show I shot a video with him.
Now the niggas wanna know what I really worth, huh?
Man, he actually, somebody did a feature with him in Fort Worth, and he came right down to the hood and shot a video in the hood.
In Fort Worth?
In Fort Worth.
I want a ball, they show their ass if I make a call. We started from nothing, I'm about to get you on it all.
Man, I'm real close with the boy Boosie, man. I can cook a whole grill. I could go to his house and cook a whole grilled cheese sandwich while he on the road. Like, I have real ties with the boy Boosie. So yeah.
How'd that come about?
Shit, I was doing a food truck.
All this nigga gonna pull up and let us just dig in the ice cream truck. Nigga, we got an ice cream truck permanent.
Family
yeah,
shit, man.
believe that.
Shit. And we get booked to go to Boosie's house to do this event, and shit, I've been locked in ever since. He paid us like $700 to chill for the whole day. We had fun. It was his daughter's birthday at the time. She was turning 2 years old. So we was just in the backyard. It's before he had land and his property. This was all dirt. So if you had shoes, your whole shit would get muddy as hell.
What's our ladies at? On that ride with Layla?
I knew him before he went to prison in 08. I met him at Club Compound before he turned himself in. I partied with him a day before he turned himself in. I can call Boosie and just politic. He gonna talk shit, we gonna laugh, and then we just hang out.
Boosie, man, let me tell you about Boosie, man. Boosie 100. So, my partner Michael Jeter, he had got a budget from Boosie to do a show. Boosie be throwing his own shows. He just booked a building, right? So now they was trying to find some other acts to open up. Long story short, Boosie booked me, but it was somebody that he had handling his bookings. You know, did a show in Oklahoma, and they booked me on the show. So bro, this is a funny story. This is how I first met Boosie. So the dude who booked me, he paid me my money. He was walking me to a room like, okay, this the room you're gonna be in. I got some wings for you. Y'all come kick y'all feet up. So bro, he walked me in the room in this Boosie in the room backstage. So as I'm walking in there, them niggas looking at me crazy, like, what the fuck you coming in here? Then we walking in there comfortable, thinking this finna be our room. We walked in Boosie room. Them looked at us like they were finna beat the shit out of us. They was like, what, you want a picture or something? I'm like, you know what, I do want a picture. So I took it and then I got the fuck up out of there, but I had to tell the promoter, like, bro, what the fuck wrong with you? So boom, I rocked the show. They had another show in Oklahoma, Boosie again, same dudes. They was like, bro, we want to bring you back. So now the second time I came back, I had my own dressing room across from his dressing room. His shit said Boosie on the wall, my shit said Mike Fresh, right across from each other. So I'm in there, I got all the females in my shit, because all the females, they like my music, they know my songs, so they all in my shit. Boosie and them, when they come in there, they come backstage, they see all the females, they trying to see what's going on in my room. When they figure out, man, this that same little from the last time, we really jammed, and now I'm on stage with them, I'm kicking with them, I go from one show to the next show. We at the same hotel, we wake up the next morning, everybody get breakfast and shit. I'm like, man, these some real niggas.
Any bridges right now to the point where you guys maybe gonna link on some future shit or collab on some shit?
Yeah, he called and told me. He go on. Well, shout out to Ruger Real. He made that happen, man. Keep doing what you doing. I like what you doing, man. Keep doing what you doing, man. Say what I'm doing, boo. You know what you doing, man. Keep doing that, man. I'm gonna put you in something, man. Keep doing what you do. I'm in Las Vegas, man. Shout out to the New World Center, new Las Vegas, man. Keep doing what you doing, man.